Have you ever felt like this? The more you think, the more you question things, the more distant people around you become. It almost feels like the deeper you think, the lonelier you get. At some point, you start to notice something. No one really wants to listen to you sincerely. This isn't your imagination. This is something real. Throughout human history, society has always had problems with deep thinkers, not because they were wrong, but quite the opposite, because they were often too right. Think about Socrates, Galileo, Tesla, Nietzsche. None of them were truly understood while they were alive. They were mocked, silenced, or ignored because they saw things people weren't ready to accept. Schopenhauer was very confident about this. He believed that intelligence was not a gift, but often a burden, because seeing the world too clearly tends to leave you alone. But why is that? Think about this. When you meet someone physically strong, you don't feel threatened. When you meet someone rich, you might feel envy, but not personally attacked. But when someone questions the way you think, the things you believe to be true, that's when something gets triggered, because intelligence is different. Intelligence directly touches your identity. We define ourselves by the way we think, and when someone notices something you don't see, it doesn't just feel like they are smarter. On a subconscious level, it feels like this: maybe I'm missing something. And that feeling is very heavy for the human ego. In psychology, this is called the mirror effect. A deep thinker doesn't just produce ideas, they reflect people's limits back to them. And honestly, no one likes that. Sometimes, even if you say nothing, your mere presence can make people uncomfortable. Maybe you've experienced this yourself. You say something a bit deeper during a casual conversation, and suddenly, there's silence. Eyes look away. The topic quickly changes. This isn't indifference, it's defense. The human mind protects itself from discomfort. Instead of being curious, it shuts down. Instead of listening, it dismisses. That's why deep thinkers often end up alone, not because they want to be, but because they are not accepted. Studies show something interesting. In social settings, people value confidence more than intelligence. They prefer certainty over depth. That's why people who speak simply but confidently often get more attention than those who speak deeply but carefully. The truth is this: society doesn't love thinking, it loves comfort. Our brains are wired this way. Complex ideas require energy. Simple ideas feel safe and comfortable. Change means uncertainty, and uncertainty means fear. So most people hold tightly onto what's familiar, instead of searching for the truth. Schopenhauer called this the will to live. Most people chase comfort, entertainment, and security, but deep thinkers are different. They live to understand reality. Even if the truth hurts them, they still want to know. And these two worlds rarely get along. For a deep thinker, Small talk is exhausting, surface-level conversations feel empty, status gains feel meaningless. Because of this, they are often misunderstood, seen as cold, seen as arrogant, seen as distant, when in reality, most of the time, they just want one thing: real connection, real conversation. History is full of examples. Socrates was executed, Galileo was silenced, Tesla was forgotten, Alan Turing was rejected. They were all dismissed while they were alive, and valued only after they were gone. Society only loves intelligence once it stops being a threat. So if you feel lonely because of the way you think, know this: the problem isn't you, you're not wrong, you're not lacking anything. You're just looking where most people don't. And yes, sometimes that brings loneliness, but it also brings freedom, awareness, and depth. Not everyone has to understand you. That's not the point. What matters is finding a few people who truly do. Society may not always love deep thinkers, but they are the ones who move humanity forward. If these words resonated with you, you're not alone. We've come to the end of another video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join the family.